consider myself ugly. I'm not afraid to say it. I once asked a woman for her honest opinion of me. She told me I was a 2 on a good day. The words stung. But I didn't let them destroy me. I love who I am. But with others considering me to have a below-average look, it's been a struggle to find someone interested in going on a date with me. I don't believe in brushing up photos on dating sites to throw someone off and upset them when they do see me face to face. I put pictures of the real me, the 30-something with a bigger bald spot than brown hair left on his head. That's why I perked up and was taken by surprise when Ginger messaged me. She was gorgeous, radiating so much beauty, I almost felt ashamed to direct my 2 eyes to her profile photo. We exchanged messages for 2 weeks. She was cheery and bubbly, and through words on the screen, gave off such a positive vibe. And I jumped out of my chair and fist-pumped the air when she asked to meet in person and go on a hike with her. I knew exactly where she wanted to meet. It was a mountain about 10 miles filled with hiking trails. I had solo hiked some of the trails about a week before our date. On the day I met her at the entrance, where a bunch of trails branched off, she dropped a bomb on me right out of the gate. Gray, this is going to sound weird and upsetting, and it's probably not exactly what you're hoping to hear today, but I only have 1 day left to live. How does one even respond to that? How do you wrap your head around a statement like that, process it, and respond in the moment? Ginger, I'm so sorry. You never mentioned anything online. I mean, that wouldn't have stopped me from being here today. It's just, wow. I don't know what to say. I rubbed the back of my neck, a nervous habit of mine. And you want to spend your last day with me, of all people? Ginger smiled and grabbed my hand. We were off. A few minutes into our walk, she offered me a water out of her backpack. First red flag. I turned it down, revealing the bottle in my shorts pocket that I had brought. I'm a cautious guy, so I knew better than to accept a drink from someone I had just met for the first time. Conversation was flowing well on both ends, but her overwhelming positivity was a bit strange. I didn't have it in me to even ask what kind of illness she was dealing with. Breaking that smile of hers was the last thing I wanted to do. An hour in, the second red flag arrived. We met up with 2 of her guy friends, Asher and Cade. They were waiting for us to catch up with them on the trail. I stopped myself from saying anything rude about it being a group date or a group hangout. It was hard to be negative with Ginger being so jolly. The third red flag surfaced quickly. Asher and Cade were wearing matching outfits that can be described as hospital gowns, not exactly hiking gear. There's a waterfall just ahead. We have to check it out, Ginger shouted with glee. I don't think there is. I've actually hiked this trail quite a few times myself, I responded. There's just a big rocky ridge with a huge drop to an area below, but I'm pretty sure there are no waterfalls. The 3 of them smirked in unison, sending a cold tingle through me. Gray, trust me, it's there and I have to see it, Ginger said, grabbing my hand once again. We walked another mile or so, Asher and Cade trailing just behind me. The vibe changed. A quieter atmosphere as we traversed the dirt path. We arrived at the edge, essentially a cliff, with a drop that's not survivable. Asher and Cade walked off to the side of the path and came back moments later carrying small buckets of water. Gray, don't be mad, but I've kind of been stalking you. I've seen you here out on the trails all alone, and you know what? It hurts me. It really hurts seeing someone like you with nobody in their life that loves them and cares for them. Ginger took both of my hands and stood directly in front of me. There's a way out, Gray. You don't have to live alone with pain anymore. I know how it feels. I'm just like you, and Asher and Cade. We are all the same. I released her grip. My life ends today, Ginger said, letting out a hint of a smile. Mine too, Asher chimed in. Mine as well, Cade followed with. My body stiffened. I dug into my neck with my left hand, trying to scratch away at the fear that took a hold of me. Guys, it's been quite the day, but I think I better head back home. Asher took a bucket and poured water on Cade and Ginger and then himself. The 3 of them lifted their hands into the air, reaching for the sky. Wash away who we are, set us free, and let us be reborn, Ginger murmured. Gray, let the Almighty cleanse you. Asher handed me a bucket. Take it and feel the... I shoved Asher to the ground and started to run away from them. Crack, crack, thud, crack. I turned around. They were gone. I raced to the edge of the cliff and saw Ginger dangling over a branch, her legs mangled and twisted. Asher and Cade were below her on the ground, a bloody mess of bone fragments and skin. They weren't moving. Ginger was moaning in pain, though. My cell phone had no reception, so I ran back to a point where I was finally able to connect with an ambulance. It took hours, but somehow a crew was able to remove Ginger and get her to a hospital in time. She survived. Little did she know that I was a nurse at that hospital. I didn't dare run into her directly, but I overheard her having a conversation with another nurse a few days after the incident. She was begging the nurse to let her be reborn. After the nurse left the room, I pulled her aside and recommended some resources to help Ginger get better and keep her safe. It was traumatizing enough to witness 2 people die. I don't know if there is a life lesson to be learned from my date with Ginger. She obviously invited me out for a different reason than what I had in mind. I'm guessing she was in some kind of religious cult. Who knows? What I do know is, I love my life. Sure, to some people, I may be a 2 out of 10, but I never really cared for math. Thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. The link for this story is down below, along with an ebook that the author wrote. Feel free to check it out.